Hey guys, it's CODNEMABIGBEAR here. I'm going to be doing a review of Embracelet. So Embracelet is it's a coming of age story about Jesper, who went to see his granddad one day, and his granddad wasn't where he wasn't supposed to be at the home. He wasn't in the bedroom. Goes and finds him around the corner, down by a fallen over statue. Whilst he's there, his granddad's like, right, go up to my room and go grab a bracelet. So Jesper does, and he turns out this bracelet has magical powers, powers to move things about and manipulate the surroundings around you. And this is kind of the core base of the game. It is kind of point and clicky. You walk around with your left stick and you look at things using your right stick and hitting B, A, whichever button it is. I was playing this on a Switch, by the way. And you discover new things. He comments on certain things. You can converse with people as well, which is always really nice. This is what you expect in a game like this. It's a simple, very simple, small puzzle game with a really nice story. Actually, the whole point of this story is Jesper's granddad found this bracelet when he was a child or a young man, and he found it on his island of Slepp where he grew up, which is in Norway. I believe it's a made-up island for the game, but I'm unsure. I honestly couldn't find anything about it. But it's all set in Norway, and Jesper's grandfather, like I say, he found this bracelet, and he hints that he may have hurt somebody with it when he was younger and had to leave the island then. Now, from what I can gather, from the way the story's playing out, it doesn't seem like it was a malicious thing. It seems like it was an accident. But I'm trying not to give you any spoilers here. But anyway, Jesper is asked to go to Norway to find the origins of this bracelet. And basically take it back because his granddad believes that he should never have left. Now, Jesper's family life at home, he's living with his mum, who is a stressed single mother. She's working hard all the time. She had a box of wine the night before, and then goes to work, that kind of thing. And she's very against the idea of Jesper traveling by himself at 17 to a whole new area. But sadly, Jesper's grandfather dies. And before he did, he bought Jesper a week-long trip to do what he asked. So, as Jesper, you end up going to the island of Slepp. Now, this is when the game really brings out its colours and really kind of makes the game look really, really pretty. Because beforehand it was kind of grey. In the area you're in, it's kind of raining and it's a very grey kind of palette, which is great. It worked for the art style. And then you have this weird dream sequence where the art style really comes into play using storms and winds and stuff, so that's really nice to see as well. But then you get to Slepp and everything is open and bright and there's oceans everywhere, there's trees everywhere, and it's just really cool when you land there. You're like, this is a really nice looking game. I really enjoyed the look of it. But then you meet your first character there, which is just some old veteran who lost his feet to amputation, he says, due to wearing too small boots. But some silly quirky things like this. And you do have conversation choices. You can choose to be funny, you can choose to be sarcastic, you can choose just to kind of be straight up like, oh, what are you talking about? Which is just good for this game, because it opens up, gives you different conversation pieces. It means when you play it again, you could have a whole different whole different view on this game. I suppose it's probably better to say. The music for me in this game reminds me of Studio Ghibli. In fact, it reminded me a lot of Howl's Moving Castle in particular. I love Studio Ghibli myself, and the music in those films and the animation in those films is just amazing. The animation in this game, it's very nice. It's very simple, cel shaded, but the music complements it so well. It's just a lovely soundtrack to listen to, and I'd recommend people doing so. Now, the creator of this game, Mattis Folkstad, I may have pronounced that wrong, and I apologise if I have, but he worked with the Norwegian Film Institute to get this game out there and made. Everything about this game feels like a passion piece. It's something to advertise Norway, I suppose, to the rest of the world and kind of invite people along. And Norway's a place I've always wanted to go to myself, mainly because of the snow and the Northern Lights. Vikings are just kind of a bonus. But it just looks like an amazing country to go to just see some just really incredible sights. And this game kind of made me want to do that even more. So I've got to give it some props for that one. It's a really pretty game, and it's a really great story, some lovely characters, and this game is a point and click story adventure, I suppose, with the ability to sort out puzzles with the bracelet, moving things around. At one point, early in the game, I was able to save a whale, and I felt so happy about that. You know, I was able to get this beached whale back into the ocean, and that was because of the bracelet and using puzzle elements and kind of figuring your surrounding areas out. Now, there is an option just to carry on and leave the whale there, and I imagine that the whale would die and you would see kind of that reminisce throughout the entire game. But you know, I didn't play it that way. I saved the whale instead. But there's some really cool things like that, really sweet moments. You know, it's definitely a game worth picking up if you're interested in the story. Worth picking up if you're interested in just kind of just looking at something pretty and listening to something pretty as well. It's definitely worth it. But this game isn't for everybody at all. Again, the nature of the game, you know, if you're into Call of Duty and that's all you play, you're probably not going to enjoy this game. But I'm going to keep that in mind. You know, I think this game is really good. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, which is a good rating as far as I'm concerned. But guys, you know, let me know what you think down below, and you know, write a comment, leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of thing. And yeah, just have yourself a nice day, and don't forget to be nice to each other, yeah?